Why, hello. It's Noah with his wife. Say hi, wife.
Hi.
And child. Say hi, child.
Hi.
Yep. I don't want to talk to those guys. They're mean. Anyway, I've been tasked to create a lure for somebody, and I've never tried to make a spook, but I'm going to attempt to make a spook for my friend. Stay tuned to see that happen. For those of you who don't know, a spook is a literal stick with hooks on it. So that should be pretty easy to make, I think. Okay, so station is cleaner, but I've decided that I'm gonna go with a little bit wider in the front shape for the spook. I'm going to also do a taper from the back to the front, just a little wider as we go to the front. Okay, so I just spent a lot of time sanding this down, and I don't even know if it recorded any of it. So the basic shape of this spook, this is going to be the head side, and this will be the tail. So I'm going to start marking some lines on how far I want this to be carved in. Hopefully we can make that happen. I'm just using my finger as a loose guide.
Hello.
Hi, babe.
Look what I got.
It's my wife.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you for bringing that to me.
Okay. Ooh, you're hot. Love you.
Yeah, I'm hot and sweaty. Yep, that's helpful. That fan feels good. Love you. All right, so we got stuff marked off. I think it's also going to be important to mark off where I think I should go. That general area looks pretty good. There's definitely tools that you could and should use to do this, but I have not used it. Those eyes are so drastically in different spots. Oh well. I'm gonna get some carving done. So time lapse, here we come. So I got done carving it down to the very, very, very loosest shape that I can. And now it is time to sand it down. So here comes a whole lot of sanding and time lapse. There's a couple of little imperfections, which I don't know that you guys can see them, but there's some scratchy marks in there. I'm just gonna use this 220 grit. See if I can get those to disappear. And then after that, probably gonna drill a hole all the way through so I can make sure it's nice and even. But I think I want to put some eyes on this rather than let it just sit natural. I think eyes would look good. I've got small eyes, I've got big eyes, but I kind of like the way the big eyes look, and I need to order more big eyes. So anyway, we're gonna do the big eyes on this time lapse. All right, there's a hole there, and there's a hole there. I mean, close enough for me, probably. The 1/2 inch eye is gonna be too big. Not gonna do that. Time to break out the other ones. I'm thinking 1/4 inch eyes. Much like everything else I have ever done, is it perfect? No. Is it good enough? Yeah. I don't think that's that bad. So, up next, probably hook holders. I probably should put a little bit of lead in this. Not a ton, but I should put some lead in the belly. Just a little bit, so it'll be, I don't know, man. The weight of that with the treble hooks, it shouldn't like roll. It might roll. Yeah, okay, good point. Put a little hole in there. I don't think it should need a ton of lead, so that ain't even. Super glue and baking soda will fix that ugly hole, but yeah, that'll do. So we're gonna go ahead and make our hook holders. And you know what, actually, I have these 1/16 inch. These ought to work. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't, so we're gonna do this. This is the smart idea. That's great. Debating whether or not I should put on a, if I should just leave it like that and just have it tied off to there, or if I should put a, O-ring is not the word I'm looking for, split ring, or if I should put a split ring on the front. Sorry, it didn't even hurt, guys. I think that'll do. That'll do. We'll go ahead and do some wood stain. Kind of keep it like a darker, natural. Honestly, I could just polyurethane it. He is looking for a more of a bone colored natural finish, so that'll do. We are going to be using driftwood 2126 wood finish. We're going to go ahead and put on some of this wood finish, driftwood specifically, which means I should probably go ahead and open it. That would be good, huh? Okay, so this, not that you guys will be able to see from that angle, looks like greasy chocolate milk. Yum. Time lapse. Okay, so driftwood color is kind of ugly, dog, but that's okay. So we'll get it hung up. Give it 5 to 15 minutes to dry. See what it does. I am not gonna lie, I wasn't anticipating that color, but I'm okay with it. We'll see. Still ought to catch fish. I really hope that that catches fish. Usually when I see driftwood, it's like pretty white, like it's like whitewashed, almost like a bleached color. So it'll look like a natural color would. I'm fine with that. Once again, sorry Josh. It's my first time doing a custom lure for somebody. It has been about 15 minutes. And it is now time to apply the polyurethane coat. So we'll go ahead, same thing I've been doing. Grab it by there, open up the polyurethane, get out a new brush again. Something that we're gonna do is once we apply the polyurethane coat to this, we're gonna let it sit overnight. Typically I do not do that. I kind of just do whatever. Like, I think usually I don't even let it sit for an hour, but I'm gonna let it sit overnight. I don't know, and in the morning, or not in the morning, tomorrow evening, I'm gonna go through, sand it off, maybe put on another layer of polyurethane, and then we're gonna go ahead and add the lead. We're gonna super glue the lead holes closed, put in the eyeballs, and then we'll put on some epoxy. Be good to go. Let's put this on. I think now that the polyurethane coat is going on, it's gonna make it shine significantly more. Leave that to hang and dry overnight, and that'll look hopefully really good. Tomorrow I'm gonna go check. So we're going to finish that bait right now. It's been a few days. Also, we had record flooding. It's bad. Christina, how much rain did we get?
I don't know.
9 inches today, which is like a lot.
It filled up.
Here's what we're working with. It's got a decent little bit of shine to it. Some spots where the stain kind of like congregated, so gonna sand it down with the finest grit that I have, which I think is like 220. Then I think we're just gonna go ahead and put lead in there, call her a day. All right, so the more I sand it down, the worse it ends up looking, so I just kind of picked a little bit of it off. We're gonna go ahead, get the lead pot, heat it up, which is not gonna take very much lead at all. I mean, such a tiny amount. I cannot understate what a small amount of lead is gonna go in here, but we just want it to be just enough that it'll bring the back down just a little tiny bit. So, I don't know. Anyway, I've never done this before. We wear safety gear so we can be safe. Don't even worry about that. Ouch. No blood though. Instant hold super glue. And just do a drop of super glue, another drop of super glue, instant accelerant. Let it sit for a second, unplug the lead pot, let it cool down. But that has turned that absolutely wholeheartedly rock hard. So we're going to go ahead and sand it down. Oh! Sand it down with 220 grit again. But I'm thinking because it's already sealed, all I really have left to do is put on the eyes, test the bait, make sure it's going to float how we want it to. I think I'm going to go ahead and super glue those down. I don't remember what company made these eyes. I guess it doesn't really matter. But I'm pretty sure I got them from Do It Molds. I think those are 1/4 inch. Okay, it no longer smells like lead in here, so that's good news. Another couple of drops, another drop, really, of super glue in the eye hole. Oh, those are sticky a little bit. That is upside down. Get a tack on it, dude. Popsicle stick. I'm gonna use that popsicle stick. Press down in there. It's kind of like a deep, don't know if you can tell, but it is kind of a deeper hole for the eyes, which is fine. It doesn't really matter, but just drop it on, slide it in place. All right, super glue in the eye on both sides. Do a dollop of super glue on top of that. Anyway, up next we're going to see if I can get some light going out in the pool. Tie this onto a rod and just see what it does. Actually, we're going to put hooks on it first. We're going to use these Ultra Point 43s. Are they the best size for this? I mean, honest to God, dude, I don't. Yeah, sure. Sure, they'll be fine. Okay, so hooks are on. We're going to tie off to just a random rod I have laying around. Test it in the pool real quick. It definitely walks the dog like we wanted it to. This is great news. Okay, so the bait walks the dog like I was really hoping it would do. So now we just have to, I'm going to take out the hook holders. I'll screw them back in later with super glue in the holes, so that way that they really hold. They should hold just fine, but just in case, we're gonna go ahead and get a, once I completely dry it off with, honestly, just paper towels, we're gonna get our 5-minute epoxy ready. And then we'll brush that on as good as we can. I'm pretty excited. And I know this bait is literally as simple as it could possibly get. It literally just a piece of wood with a little bit of lead and weights. But I will go ahead and say that this is my most successful bait that I've made. And daggone it, that feels pretty good to say. Get my epoxy mix made. And then once we get it on there, honestly, like, I usually have a tendency to just like let it sit for a little bit, and then after I do that, I let it sit for not anywhere near long enough, and then I try to fish with it. We're gonna let this one sit like overnight, I think. So the bait is gonna be up there. Gonna let it sit overnight. I feel like I got a pretty good coat of epoxy on it, but we'll find out. All I know is the bait works. Yeah, you can see the lead on the bottom. But I'm gonna say again, the bait works, dude. And this bait is for a friend of mine, so I'm never gonna get to use it, and that's okay. I'm not upset about that. But it is pretty cool to know that I did this for somebody else that, you know, I care about. But I'm happy with how that turned out. Genuinely happy with how it turned out. So once it's completely clear coated, I will get it put together, and then I'll bring it to that buddy so we can see it. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it greatly. I'll show you the finished product tomorrow. Later. Josh, this is your completed bait. Cassandra?
Don't worry, I'll do it. It's a whirlpool.
It's my whirlpool. This is
Oh no, don't catch a dolphin. Oh god.
Even a dolphin will bite it, that's what we know. Oh nope, never mind. John's not gonna catch any dolphins.
There it goes.
John's not gonna catch dolphins.
It's not for John.
It's for Josh.
I thought you said John.
That's gonna catch fish. The bait freaking works, dude. Gave it to Josh. I planned on filming his reaction, but I did not. Because I didn't. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I don't know how to do YouTube stuff, but I'm having fun, and I appreciate you guys who are watching the stuff that I post. Stick with me along the way. I'm having fun. Hope you are too. See you guys. Cameras. See you guys next time.